Hello, welcome to my channel. Let's start these misadventures with mixed media. It is day 10 of the Gelplate, G-E-L-Y postcard play hosted by Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. I was just watching the Shelley studio and she was trying to make marble paper, and so I thought I'd incorporate that into my postcard, and then I'll show you guys how I did it. And I'm not sure if this is what she was trying to get or not. Actually, this time I'm going to show it first and then do the postcard. So that way, if you're only here for the postcard, just skip to the end. If I remember, I'll put where it starts. But if you're here for the process, then you know, you're here. This one didn't come out quite as well. This one came out really well, but I don't know. I did weird stuff, and also it picked stuff off from the plate. So there's different things happening there. Alright, so basically, I mean, if you have a big brayer, it's helpful, but you can do it with a small brayer as well. And you just need paint, a brayer, and a gel plate. So I'm just going to do I'm going to do 3 colors. So there'll be 2 colors that I put down, and then a 3rd color that I'll pick it up with. And my 2nd color needs to be something that I can squeeze out. This one's like empty. This one's Prussian blue. It's almost gone, but that's okay. So I'm just kind of doing 2 rows. You'll see why in a second why I only do the 2 rows. Alright. And then I'm just going to kind of brayer those out. And then I'm going to come over here to brayer the colors out again. And then I'm going to come over this again to pick that up. And then, you know, until my whatever size plate I'm using is covered with the color. If that makes any sense. And then you're going to want to drop your white paint. Yep, that's fine. You want to get that cleaned off probably. And then you're just gonna lay your brayer down and just move it while you squiggle it. You can make it wide or narrow squiggles as you want. So this is going really close together squiggles. And I'm not going very far. So over here, I'll go a little bit further apart and move the squiggles more. And then what I would do is, because that's a lot of paint, I would go ahead and pick up a layer now. And then your 3rd color is going to be whatever color your paper is. Not going to leave it on there super long, just getting the good. Alright. So there's that, and then this I'm going to let dry, and then I'll pick it up with a color. And I don't love what's happening here, but that's okay, because I'm only use parts of it anyway. And the point was to try to get kind of a marbly look, and you just keep playing with this technique until you get what you do like. But at least you're not wasting expensive inks. I know that Shelley, the Shelley studio, she was using her acrylic inks to try to do it, which I haven't tried with those, but because they beat up on the plate, they're probably not going to work so great. Let's see, is this one dry? This one I did with golden acrylics. So it's more fluid acrylics, so they were more fluid, but it's definitely dry. And I've got Payne's Gray and Sap Green on there. So probably want to brighten that up a little bit. So maybe lift it with some unbleached titanium. And it might take a minute to dry because it got pretty thick in some areas on there. I'm going to get a little blue in there from my brayer because my brayer was not completely cleaned off, but that's okay. Where's my book? I have a book I can brayer off in. Keep forgetting to bring my book out. I got way too much in here. But that'll work. So then when I brayer, it's way more color than I wanted in there too. I need to dry that before I turn the page, but I'm not. I'm gonna rip it. That's what I'm gonna do. These are very fragile papers. So, you know, what I'm doing is not the best thing for them. Get my air dryer and, well, let me get my paper on here. That needs to happen. Alright, so we'll let that sit for a minute. I kind of want to do something with this middle part to just make it a little bit less annoying. But yeah, that might help. Alright, needs to dry a little bit more still. In the meantime, you want me to pull this with you? This was just what was on the plate, and I'm just, you know, added white to pick it up. It should be dry. Come on. I think I had a dragonfly. Oh, crack your edges. What does that mean? I don't know. It just means crack the edges of your paper so that you dislodge the paint from the edges of your paper, because that was holding my paper down. Alright, here we go. I had some interesting stuff on here. Picked up way more stuff than I realized was on there. I couldn't tell you what I did to this. This was just a bunch of stuff that was on. This is just a cleanup print. But I was pretty lucky that this cleanup print looks kind of cool. Yeah, that would have been a good 4th of July one. Huh, it's got red, white, and blue in there. So yeah, I just cleaned off the plate. So that's just fun. You got to be here for that. Well, let's try. I haven't tried this with the with these. I want more than one color though. Should we do that in a metallic and see? I'm gonna try it the way I did, except for I don't want all the paint on here. There was some on my edges. It's part of the problem. Yeah, see all that? It's all coming off my edges here. Yeah, all that right there. That's a mess. That's a mess right there. Cause I did. That's what will happen though when you do this process, is you will get paint all up on the side of your brayer. So you might want to clean that off like sooner than I did. I just forgot that was something that happens. Alright, so we're doing like we did, just kind of getting the colors on there. The problem is they craze, the inks do, so this may not work so great. And then we'll let that dry. And is this one dry enough to do something with? This ended up looking more red and blue than raspberry and what do I want to pull? I'll just pull it with the cream. How's that? I mean, it's going on cream paper or the white. The white? I lost the white. The white fell on the ground. It's okay because I bought a new white. So it's all good in the neighborhood. I'm making a mess today, people. Are you even having fun if you're not making a mess? I mean, you could start with a clean desk and then make a mess and then clean everything up and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. It's okay every now and then to make a mess. I do have like this size brayer and I have a 12-inch brayer. I think I might even have, not 12-inch, an 8-inch brayer. I think the 12-inch ones you have 2 handles on. I have a 6-inch and a 12-inch. So a 12-inch is fun to use. Brayer is fun to use for this technique. It gives you some good stuff. Alright, let's get the paper on there a little quickly because I got a nice thin layer on there. Just going to kind of go up there and down here so I can get as much as I can. And then grab my big piece of drop paper from last week that I tore out a piece to draw my doodly flowers. Doodly doodly. There's probably, yep, there is all kinds of the paint from the previous one. I was using too much paint. You don't have to use as much, because I was doing like a line for every row. That's when I was like, nope, that's too much. So that's when I started just doing the 2 lines and just repeating those lines. And then we've got some, lay your brayer like that. Don't do what I do. Let's see, let's leave this one for a minute and pull this one over here. And I grabbed my 8-inch brayer so we could see the magic of that one for a second there, for, you know, coming up. So this one I had done like the 2 lines of the blue and the red and back is not doing it for me, but there are pieces that I could use. I just probably wouldn't use that centerpiece unless I did some more stuff to it. So that's what that one ended up looking like. This is another one I did earlier, and I think I had this and then I added that dark spot afterwards. So you could even just do like that. I don't know. And that was the first pickup. Yeah, I didn't love this part here. Kind of looks like weird. You could turn them into people. Or penguins. I don't know. Kind of look like weird fingerprints. And then, let's see, were there any others? Oh, and this was one that I tried. I think I had put white paint down first. And then added the colors. And that just put the white paint down first. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. This one's it's got the metallic, but I think it's still gonna take a while to dry. And I don't think it's gonna really give us a marbling effect unless we do more paint onto that. Oh, crud. Just more, speaking of more paint. Alright, let's just do 3 colors? I haven't done 3 colors, like across, like, that might be fun. Oh, it'll be more fun if I don't have like too much paint come out. Oh, why am I using this one? It never wants to come out. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's probably a little better for the amount of paint. I think we can scrape some of this off and use it. Oh, I did not clean that brush yesterday that I used. That was dumb. Alright, we're just gonna put that over there and hopefully use it in a bit. What was the other color I wanted to? Oh, I had a darker green. Patricia would usually put it on the opposite end. Alright, so I'm gonna do our 3 colors. Don't worry that they're blending too much. Alright, I don't know what's happening there. I have a dent in my plate. Shocker! Alright, and then I'm just gonna go like this. And go like this. So we have that one, which looks nice. And then we'll let that one dry and pick it up with something. And just clean off my brayer on the back of it. Oh, and that's a really cool thing you get with this big brayer too, is you get these fun lines. Oh, there's some of the grunge from the edge of the plate and the very edge of the marbling effect we were going for. I will tag Shelly Studio in my the box, or the basement. Some people call it the basement, where it says more, and you can click. Or you can just search the Shelly Studio and see the papers that she made, trying to get the marbling effect. Which, you know, she had some fun papers. She just might not have gotten quite what she was looking for. Because I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make my postcards, and then we'll pull these last 2 afterwards. Oops, where is it? Oh. You know, I'm going to ignore the fact that you guys are over there. Did I show you that one already? I think so. I like that one. Maybe we'll do something with this one. What? I don't know. I really, truly don't know. Because I have another technique that I'm going to do this week, which I've practiced already, that I thought would be this one, but it's not. I have an idea for how I want to do the number 10, but I'm not exactly sure. So let me just need a roundabout size. So I could just use my other thing and cut a rectangle, because I want it to be as big as the card, the thing I want to make, and then I want to make it an oval. And I want it to look nice, but I don't know if it will. So how do you make a good oval? You probably draw it. I don't have anything shaped like an oval, or I would totally do that. Or if I just do a circle on the end, maybe that would work. My Baron is just about the right size. I should have grabbed a pencil before I turned the camera back on. Great job, Darcy, great job. Oh, you go down a little bit. Here we go. I'm just holding it perpendicular to the paper, and apparently getting it over to the side just a little bit. It's just okay. It's just gonna be a little bit smaller than the paper then, which actually might be better. So let's see how that goes. Fingers crossed. It looks like an O, 0, 0. I don't want to make an O, I want to make a 0. Not that there's like a big difference between the two. Also, I probably didn't use a perfect circle with the Baron, but that's okay. A wonky O is fine. I just want to make sure it looks like an O. Alright. I just need to have about the same amount of distance. Just gonna have a roundabout guideline. I don't go for perfection here because I'm not going to be able to get it perfect. So if I can't get it perfect, I don't even try. I guess if I were to do this nicely, I would have that piece in the middle to use somewhere. Is the theory. At least most of it. You wanted to, this is why you came here to watch me cut this. You get the gist of what I'm doing. I mean, if you draw a line, you might want to follow that line so you don't end up just having to fix it as you go around. Because it got skinny. See, I went away from that line as I went around. I didn't realize I was doing that. But you know, now I have that piece. Alright, I'm going to cut another one of these and 2 rectangles. So now I have some decisions to make. Do I want... So this is a 1 and a 0 to make the 10. You know how sometimes logos are made from moving things around? So I'm kind of doing like a logo-ish 10. I just need to figure out if I want it to be in the middle, to the side, if I want it to be inside the 0 or out across. And also, since I did these 2 different directions, do I want to switch my ones so that they're going different directions? That I think I do want to... Oh, that's the one decision I have made. Okay. Could go off the page a little bit with that. No, I don't want to go off, but I don't really want to. Let's see. Do I want? I like the. Usually I like darker stuff at the bottom, so I guess there's some darker stuff on there too, which yeah, actually would just bring that darker stuff to the top a little bit. Might want. My original thought was to put it in the middle, but now I'm thinking maybe not. And maybe I can find a bunny to sit right here. Why a bunny? Because I don't have a picture of Bo Derek. And the bunny is the closest thing that I could think of. Because of like, you know, if you have a brain like me, you've already figured out where I was going with that. Yeah, let me go find some bunnies. Alright, so I inked these 2 I inked with this ground espresso, and these I inked with the Pine Cone VersaFine Clair. The only reason I did the other one on that is I wasn't totally sure that it was going to dry, because you know how the VersaFine Clair gets when it's on non-porous. Alright, I kind of want to bring some of this brown black. I actually think that might be a dark purple, but I'm just gonna, yeah, that's not dark enough. I'll bring some of the brown down here too then. Let's try it with the yeah, these daubers are great for making circles, just FYI. Yeah, that's definitely darker. Just kind of bring them around the card a little bit. Do I like that or not? I don't hate it. Well, a lot of it's covered, so it's fine. fine, it's fine. Oh, and I'm printing out some birds because birds work too. Right? I know, I'm terrible. I'm not. This one has a little bit more of a purple hue in it anyway, so it kind of works. It works for me. You can be more random with your circles. You don't have to be all, let's make these circles look like a pattern, perfect pattern. I like to overlap. I think I mentioned it a few million times, how I like to overlap. I also like to go off the edge. If you didn't notice, you might have noticed. Right there, maybe. Yep, that's good. Look at that. Make a bunch of, they make perfect circles. I mean, your finger gets all sweaty and squishy in there, but they make perfect circles. I'm gonna go get my birds off the printer and print them and cut them, and then I will be back. Now, these birds would have been fine, and I needed to, and I mirrored them because they were facing the wrong way, and I made them bigger. But then while I was in there looking for those, I found these, and this is a number 10. This chick is a 10. He's so cute. I love him. I love him, Mother. I love him. I want to hug him and squeeze him. But be gentle with him because, you know, he's a little cute little chick. Such a cute little chick. Alright, you don't need to watch me glue this down, right? Is the stuff dry? Is that what you want to know? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. This is a really disjointed video today. Welcome to my world. We'll pick both of these up. Well, we'll put our pickup paint on it. What did we do? We had like a rose and a. Let's just go ahead and do the parchment. You know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of parchment and a little bit of white. I think. Where did the white? Why is white so hard to hold up? Can't be that hard. I'm like, I had it like not long ago. I threw the postcards on top of it. I just want to do something in the middle that is reminiscent of throw those in the trash, lady. Move stuff out of your way. Put stuff away. That would be the best thing to do, is to just put stuff away. Now, I don't want to move it too much, but I kind of want it a little bit. Just kind of want to give it that marbly effect in the middle there. Because there wasn't a lot with the inks. The inks weren't doing exactly what I wanted them to do. Okay, that sound that you hear, that's chocolate covered cashews. Dark chocolate. This dark chocolate is my go-to. See that? What happened? What's this? Oh, these are stuck. It's not bad, but it's not great. Alright. So just set that there for a minute, and then we will pick this up. We have all the greens, some light green, some dark green, whatever. We'll just pick this up with the white, and hopefully we'll see the difference of the mint green with the white. Might even be a little bit of a off-white in there too. The reason I like to start at the end is so that I don't end up with those ovals in the middle like sometimes we do. Also get that. I have a divot in my plate. I might turn the plate over just to see. And this one's 8 by 10, so the paper fits over it. The other one was 9 by 10. Oh my word. Just starting out with some nice grungy painty paper by just getting paint on there with my hands, aren't we? Sorry about the shaking. I sometimes forget that my camera is attached. And it's not till I'm watching it back and I'm like, what were you thinking, lady? Actually, sometimes I don't notice because I'm just listening to make sure I didn't say anything too embarrassing. Alright, so while these are drying, I'll go ahead and glue everything down and then I'll be right back. After these messages, I'll be right back. There's no messages. Well, no, because I don't do mid-roll ads. Alright, I didn't want to cover up all that grungy goodness. So I put the one over here. It's on top, so that makes it first. And then put him over the one in the 0. And over here, I'm just going to put him in the opposite side because I've got the grunge over there. And I think he will work nicely right there. And then we will pull those gel, oh, I forgot to ink him. I inked the last one. It just helps to, you know, with any bad cutting, and helps to kind of define him a little bit. I just want his wing to kind of, where that circle is empty, I'm just kind of putting his wing there. That's how he's being determined about where he goes, because where the circle is broken. And I left his ground so I wouldn't have to give him ground. He's already got ground. Got a lot of ground to stand on. He's got a little bit of, I ate my lunch down here. So I got this sublimation tape, and I kind of want to put a little bit of it on here. High temp tape. It does smell weird. Oh, I think Gail said it had a smell. Gail Agustinelli, she's the one that recommended it. But I want it to have, oh my goodness, I want to be able to get it off the, it's probably, yep, that's why, because even though that yellow thing is there, it's way up here. So I want to put a couple pieces of this on there. That's weird. Alright, I'm going to grab my tape dispenser, because I want the little weird, I want the tape ends, you know what I mean? And that's the best way to do it, I guess. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna wrap it around, so I only need one end. Will it do it? No, it won't. We're just gonna have to use scissors. It just looks like vintage tape. Smells like it's been in some old home somewhere. Alright, want a couple pieces. Just kind of want to, just for interest, I guess. Probably getting paint on it. And bring a little bit of that yellow from the bird. And we've got that there. I think that's kind of fun. Because we've even done the one like that. Alright, so cutting it with the whatchamacallit tape does not work. The ridges on the tape can. You guys, anybody watch Liam, and he has a mug that says something, and that's kind of what I wanted to say just then. Liam, he is a proprietor of eating for your mental health, basically. He would say, eat what you love, add what you need. That's his big thing. That's crooked. We're not going to care. But, you know, kind of gives you that old tape look. And it just came in the mail yesterday. It just came from Amazon yesterday. So, you know I need a third piece, right? Because I've been ruined by all these people with the 3-piece ideas. The 3... Even though I've got, you know, definitely got 3 of something. I don't know. I have 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 other things on there. We'll just put one by his foot down here. And it's getting tape on it too, because why not? We'll go this way with this one. And really crooked. I mean, if you're going to go right next, let's overlap it a little bit. There we go. Like the one was broken. Alright. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't rounded my edges. Let me do that, and then let me bring up the gel plates. Alright, I outlined, well, this one got messed up, so I ended up doing several messy outlines on these circles, and tried to do a little bit, just the one outline on those, just because this was a black line there, and so I thought maybe that would work. It feels like it's still, and I also inked the edges. It feels like it's missing something, though. It's cute, though. We've got yellow repeated on it. We've got lots of the aqua. We've got black. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about if there's anything I want to add, and if I do, I'll add it someday. All right, let's pull these and see what we got. So these were as a result of trying to make some marbly papers. Doing this for Shelly, the Shelly Studio, so she has some ideas to put in her repertoire to see if it works for her. And I know she has a gel plate, because I think she was using the gel, yeah, she was using the gel plate, so I know she has a gel plate. And she was using ink, but this just uses regular paint, so she has ink. She probably has, if she has a gel plate, then she has. And this one was doing the inks just to see how that would work. And I used, what did I use? Oh, there must have still been some Payne's Gray on there too. So that was just the bronze and the pink, and then there was still some other stuff whatever was on the plate that got re-wet when I did that. So yeah, she was trying to use the back of a paintbrush or like just like a, you know, something like that, and I did try that using I did something like way back a couple years ago. It's called Bring on the Blooms. I did a lot of experimentation on the plate, and I started with that because I had like a mix of 1-in-1 of the clear gesso and the GAC 800 in order to like have like a wet surface to like have things move around. But I couldn't get things to move the way I wanted them to with that. And just doing the paint alone worked just fine. But if I wanted to use the inks, then I would probably, I know I have to try that now, right? Because I didn't do that when I was doing the inks a minute. So this is like 1 part GAC. You could even just try it with clear gesso. But you don't want color because you want, and I put too much on the first time I tried this. So let's try it. You want to condition your plate after you use this because it'll make it sticky. I'm gonna want to find something to put those in so I don't have to smell them. I mean, I can't smell them from over here, but still. Also, I'll probably need to clean all my brayers because. Let's get that off of there. So I'm starting with like something on the surface this time. What is this one? Sap Green Permanent. So let's do like before and just do kind of like 2 rows of color. That, and we'll do it with the bronze. Just get a good amount of 2 rows of color, and then we'll repeat those rows. Oops, just kind of go like that. And then over here again. Oh, get more off of that. Over here. Get more off of that. Get more over here. And over there. So we have the color repeating. Repeat the sounding colors. I don't know if this will work or not because it's crazing. That's what I call it. That's what a lot of people call it different things when it just starts to separate like that. But I was hoping to avoid that by using that. I wonder if I had used just the clear gesso, if that would have worked better. If it does, I'll let you know. Let me grab the other plate. Let's try it. We gotta try stuff. You've seen the postcard, so if you want to go, you can. But if you're here for the experimentation, so I'm missing the experimentation right now. Don't use a texture gesso, just a clear, transparent gesso, not a texture one. All right, I think I got a little bit more on here this time too, and this is just the gesso. All right, we've got I have a little bit of turquoise left. Muted turquoise, not a lot. But way less than I thought. I will add water to that and shake it up and use it on my papers and whatnot. All right, and then we get the pretty little, we still have stuff on that. And then get those like that, and then come over here. And then grab some more of that there. Nope, it's still crazing quite a bit. Get some of that color over there. Come back over here so I can get some of that color over there. Come back over here and get that color over there. And then that's gonna, I've just need it anyway. And then let's try this again. If you like it better with the bigger brayer and you don't want to go get a bigger brayer, well, that kind of messed up at the bottom, or maybe it did something really good. Just use the smaller brayer on a smaller plate. All right, it's crazing a little bit less. So these have to dry. I was hoping to finish the video. You can almost see what it'll look like though. So yeah, if you want to use the inks, some clear gesso is going to be your friend. The GAC doesn't really help unless you want this effect. The GAC 800. It's doing even weirder. I mean, it's still going to be something cool. I won't leave you hanging. I will let these dry, and then I'll come back, and I'm going to put I'll probably do a parchment or white or a combination of the two, and then I'll pull them with you guys in a little while. I'll go live my life in the meantime. And by a little while, I mean right after this you'll see it. You won't have to wait a long time like I will. So here were some not so successful attempts of trying to make some marbled paper before I started recording, and I thought you guys should see that nobody gets it right the first time, every time. I went over with a stencil on some of these because that helped, and that you can improve it just by, so you can see kind of where I was trying to swoosh with the brayer on that one, and a little bit in that one you can see too. It just wasn't as successful, and that was with the inks. I was just seeing what I could do. I wasn't very successful with that either. That was, you can see a little bit of the lines in there. That one I didn't love, so I'll just do a stencil over this pattern in the background. Alright, and then we did this one where I got too much of the color in the background, but I mean I could always come in with some paint or whatever. This one, which was just picking up the paint wet, and then this one was putting the pull color on and then pulling it up. And this one was this was a more successful one that I did before I started recording. I like that one. I think that one was before I started recording as well, as was that one. This was one we tried without anything on the plate with the inks. That's just another one of that one. That was just what the brayer did when I put the back. This is one that I did with Jovi on Friday. I had put the color, I had done the transfer with the, what is this called? This is a laser print. So I had done a couple of those when I was live with creating with Jovi on Friday. So that is what ended up with that one, and that with the smaller one. And that was just a random pull that we did earlier in the stream. Now, I was going to clean off my desk first, but no, why would I do that? And I keep thinking the paper's dirty, but it's not. It's my fan. Not my fan, my screen. My screen has paint on it, shocker. And I I didn't crack my edges. Remember we talked about cracking the edges? I think we talked about that. You gotta separate that paint from the paper, or it's gonna grab. And when it does that, you just go back, crack your edges, and try from another edge, and hope that you can have the paper kind of be on there, so you can always glue it back down, or you just use it for collage. And we still got some cool stuff happening. So this was with the mix of the GAC 800 and the clear gesso, half and half. It's like 1-to-1 ratio basically. So it still spread a lot, but much differently. Where is it? Than when we had nothing on the plate. So this was with nothing on the plate. This was with the mix on the plate. I mean, if you're looking for that kind of effect, that's what you want to do. And this is when we did just the clear gesso. So we got a lot less of that crazing or spreading or whatever, and ended up with that. And how you move your brayer is going to determine, what kind of designs you get as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think these two are probably some of my favorites, or at least the ones that we did in the stream, right? Oh, I didn't love that one. That one's a little bit. Hey, didn't we have one where we picked up? No, I think that was already dry. That's right, when we picked that one up, wasn't it? All right. So yeah, and then of course, what July is all about is our little postcards with the number 10. And this chick is a number 10 to me. I know I already said it, but in case you didn't watch the whole video, I didn't want to miss on my weird humor. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.